Get Jack Grealish to the Hill Dickinson Stadium. That's what I'm saying. I would love this transfer to happen. And that stadium name is going to take a little bit of getting used to, isn't it? It doesn't quite feel right for me just yet. Maybe needs a few months. Get Jack Grealish to Goodson Park. That just feels right, doesn't it? That feels like a transfer made in heaven. But I hope this one happens. I think it would be a fantastic signing for Everton. I think it would be a fantastic signing for David Moyes. But perhaps most importantly, I think it would be a fantastic signing for Jack Grealish as well. Because he needs a move, and he needs the right move. And I am convinced that Everton, okay, bar Aston Villa, Everton would be the right move for him. And I think David Moyes would perhaps be the right manager for him as well. Because he just feels a bit broken, a bit troubled. And he needs somewhere that he can call home, at least for the next season, and have a really solid season, and maybe get a permanent move from Manchester City to Everton. But that's the big headline today. It's certainly the one that's caught my attention. Everton are now officially in talks with Manchester City over a loan move for Jack Grealish. Yes, they will have to make a hefty financial contribution due to his wages at the Etihad, but they won't be paying all of them. Man City will be paying some of Jack Grealish's wages. And it feels a bit weird to say this about someone who's nearly 30 years old, but I think you're going to get what I mean. Grealish has a lot of potential. We've seen it. We've seen it. On his day, he's a fantastic player. He's very entertaining to watch. He can be one of those game changers. But it's been a while. It's been a while since he was on his game and he had his day. And I think there's been a lot going on. I've seen a lot of Man City fans suggest that you can almost pinpoint where it went wrong for him at Man City, and his house got broken into, and they think since then he's not quite been the same. But I find myself really rooting for him as a footballer, but also as a person. I think he comes across as someone that's very kind. He's got a big heart. He's just a bit troubled, likes a drink, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I've seen him, in the last 12 months, I've seen Jack Grealish pissed more times than having good games. That's not right for a footballer. But if he goes to Everton, I think that will change completely. I think Moyes will get his arm around him. Moyes will put him into the team. And there will be a little bit of almost like the main character about him. But Grealish is one of those people that, say there's like a mascot at the Etihad, and all the players are coming down the tunnel. If I had to put money on one player to stop and speak to that child and make that child's day, it's Jack Grealish. When they go out onto the pitch, the heavens have opened. It's raining in Manchester. Surprise. If I had put money on a player to take his tracksuit top off and give it to the mascot, it's Jack Grealish. He does a lot of good things for people. He does a lot of things for charity. And yes, he's not the perfect human being. Yes, he's got in trouble before. But I just think, come on, someone just get him under their wing and give us the Premier League, give us the neutrals. Well, I'm not a neutral, I've got a team, but you know what I mean. If Everton are playing Nottingham Forest, for example, give us the old Jack Grealish, because on his day, he's a bloody wonderful footballer. And I just think David Moyes is the manager that could get that out of him. I could see how it would work as well at Everton. And Dye on the left, Grealish in the middle, someone on the right, Dwight McNeil, I guess. And Alcaraz, I think, would be good to start the season with as a number 10. But I think what the signing of Grealish would do, I think Moyes would put him straight into the middle of his team, try and give him as little defensive duties as possible. But Grealish does work hard, but he wants him up the other end of the pitch. But I just think this would be a good signing. I honestly, I think it would be fun. I think Grealish would enjoy his football again. I don't want to say big fish, small pond, because that feels really disrespectful to Everton. But I think you get what I mean. Get away from that team of superstars, go to Everton, become the superstar, and the fans will love him. The fans would absolutely love him at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. So anyway, Grealish to Everton on loan. It's a big yes for me. If you're new to Tartan Geo, please do subscribe. As I always say, I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers. I've already done that. Don't really have a new target. I'm too scared. I would love to say 10,000 before Christmas. I'm too scared because I could end up with, I don't know, 7,000, fall well short. I don't want to look stupid. I'm going to do that enough with my football opinions. I don't need to do it with predictions for the channel as well. But if you could subscribe, be much appreciated. Do drop a like on the video as well by clicking thumbs up. Right, from loan move to permanent move, Aston Villa are finally making a move and they're getting Evann Guessand. Is that how you pronounce it? Guessand from Nice, 30 million euros plus 5 million of add-ons, 12 goals and 8 assists last season, so very prolific. A lot of people want him. A lot of West Ham fans want him at West Ham this summer as well, so I think there's going to be a lot of envious eyes pointing towards Villa Park when they announce this signing. Plays on the right, can play up front. That's all I've got to say. And sorry, Villa fans, you're thinking, bloody hell, you're not giving us much coverage. I will not speak about a player much that I don't know. I'm looking forward to discovering him at Villa Park. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's all about. I can't tell you. I've not watched Nice play football. Right, someone I have watched play plenty of times who's leaving the Premier League, Darwin Nunez. Looks like he's closing in on the move to Saudi. Liverpool and Al Hilal are close to an agreement. They almost need Nunez's approval. It's him they're looking at, thinking, are you going to go do this move? 53 million euros plus add-ons. So the clubs are away to agree a deal, and it's up to Nunez if he wants to move. Another player that could be leaving Anfield is Harvey Elliot, expected to leave, but looks like he could be heading to Bundesliga. RB Leipzig are heavily linked with the expectation that Xavi Simons will go to Chelsea. So Elliot would be the replacement for Simons, who could be going to Stamford Bridge. Back to Everton though, Tyler Dibling. They were in for him for Southampton, had a bid rejected, of course, and it's been revealed that Southampton want 50 million plus 25% sell on. Now, I always get suspicious when journalists say sell on. I think, yeah, be more specific. Is this of sale or profit? Two massively different things, right? If, say, Everton sold him for 60 million, are Southampton getting 25% of that, so they're scooping 15 million? Or are Southampton getting 25% of the 10 million? Now, usually it's the profit, but when I've seen it reported, it just says 25% sell on. Surely it can't be that, right? 50 million plus 25% of whatever Everton get. Nah, it already felt expensive. It's getting more expensive, but I think they get him. I'll make a prediction. Everton getting Grealish and Tyler Dibling. Now, whilst I'm not sold on him, right, I will concede that Ndiaye, Grealish, Dibling as an attacking three midfielders, that's not bad, is it? That would be exciting too. Well, that is what it would be. New first season, new stadium. How's that for your excitement? That would be a lovely front three to watch. But here's the good news for Everton fans. Dibling is now training on his own at Southampton. So Championship season gets underway this weekend, and one of their star players is now training away from the group with the expectation he's going to leave this week. So whilst Everton are maybe... Originally, Southampton were playing hardball with how much money they won. It feels a little bit like Everton have turned the tables and gone, that's all right, we'll go get Grealish. I think they're going to get both. I'm making a prediction now. Everton sign both. Newcastle fans, I'm sorry. I feel like I want to give you all a big cuddle. I don't think that would help. I don't think you want a cuddle. But I have sympathy. It looks like Sesko is selecting Man U over Newcastle. Newcastle have had a bid accepted of 82.5 million plus 2.5 million of add-ons, euros. Man U haven't yet had a bid accepted. They are in advanced talks with Leipzig. However, Sesko apparently has agreed terms with both clubs. So the personal details are done. He would prefer a move to Man U. So by the sounds of it, if Man U can agree a deal with Leipzig, Sesko will go to Man U. If Man U can't agree a deal with Leipzig, Sesko will go to Newcastle United. Now, Man U did make a bid already for Leipzig, for Sesko, but it does fall a little bit short compared to what Newcastle have offered. But it's hard not to have a bit of sympathy for Newcastle at this point. However, they've got a new striker that they've been linked to. And this is why I left it towards the end of the show. So people who I haven't put off already are sticking around. and I don't intend on putting anyone off in my opinions, Nicholas Jackson. And the reason I've left it to the end is because I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I understand why some people don't like Jackson. I understand why people wouldn't want him at their club. I'm not claiming he's perfect. It's not like I don't get it, okay? It's like if I say I like Jackson, someone says I don't, I feel like I already know the reasons why not. And they are true. If someone said, oh, he misses a lot of chances, he's got disciplinary issues. Yeah, both things are true. I'm a fan. I'm willing to concede those two things are true. But I don't know. I just look at him and I think someone who's a good coach, a good attacking coach, a good striker coach. I don't know who these people are, by the way, but whoever they are, they can get a hold of him. I think they can just mould him to become a really good top striker. So Jackson to Newcastle, I appreciate why a lot of Newcastle fans were saying, no way, to go from Ekitike to Sesko. Well, actually, to go from Isak to Jackson is not compatible, right? There's a significant drop-off. So I get if Newcastle fans wouldn't want Jackson, I get it. And also a bit of that at the end of last season and all that. But, I don't know. I've convinced myself how would be a good manager for him. That how would get the best out of him. I'll put it like this. If Newcastle United sign Nicholas Jackson, depending on which other striker they sign, because if they get Wissa as well, then provisionally, if Newcastle United sign Nicholas Jackson, putting him in my FPL team up top with Danny Welbeck and Ollie Watkins. Well, I don't know, actually. I've got Jared Bowen. I've made a fantasy league team. I'm going to make an FPL Tartan Geo League, by the way. So for anyone interested, there'll be a prize for the winner. Good chance of winning because as I'm a small channel, there might be 20 people playing it. So you got a decent chance of winning it. However, I'm going to try and win it myself so that I don't have to give anyone a prize. Hey, you can take the Scotsman out of Scotland and all that. Right, well, there you go. But it will be a good prize. It'll be a signed item. I just don't know, because there's non-West Ham fans that watch this. So if a Newcastle fan watches it, don't know. See if I can get you a signed Alan Shearer jumper, t-shirt. I'll tell you why I called it jumper. I'll tell you why. I nearly said jersey. It's because I've been watching the Birmingham City documentary on Amazon. That Tom Brady... Maybe I'll do a video about it. I know I won't because I'll just attract a load of Blues fans. That Tom Brady's a what's it, isn't he? I can't stand him. I cannot stand him. I've done 2 episodes. I'm not even finished it yet. I've done 2 episodes. And I already dislike that man. I don't watch American sport or that. I know who he is. I obviously know what he's... Actually, I know what he's done. I don't. You say how many... Whatever he's won in America. I couldn't tell you. I know he's an American football player. That's it. Right? And I know he's considered the best. Or was. That's it. That's my knowledge, right? So I don't really have a pre-opinion of Tom Brady. Put this documentary on. Within you know the bit at the start to almost give you a bit of a teaser of what's coming up. The teaser of episode 1, I already thought this guy's I don't like him. But it's just continued throughout the 2 episodes. I don't like him. Don't like him at all. Couldn't be a manager under someone like that. Just constantly going around the players, talking to them, doing the team. Anyway, I'm ranting. I am ranting about Tom Brady. But anyway, because of that, they refer to a couple of times, they're basically buying David Beckham a gift. And they called it a jersey a couple of times. So I almost said, I'll get you a Shearer jersey. Need to de-Americanize a little bit here. I'll get you a signed Shearer t-shirt. If you're a Sunderland fan, I'll get you, I don't know, Darren Bent. Lee Cattermole. I don't know who you want in. Who else we got in here? We've got Nottingham Forest fans. Maybe a Gibbs White one. That one will go down a treat right now, I think. A Gibbs White one. Anyway, right, I'm off. Please, if you haven't done so, drop a like on the video. Sky me Tartan Geo. I'll catch up with you tomorrow.